אארח אותך כאן בישראל ולהציג לך כמה טעימות של ישראל הפורחת. בהמשך לביקורי בהודו.
Mr. Netanyahu, dear guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Chief Scientist of the Minister of Agriculture and will be translating the greeting words of Minister Ariel. I'm honored to host you here in Israel and enable you to be exposed a bit to our flourishing agriculture. India and Israel, two vibrant democracies, share similar values and challenges. It is not a wonder that these two nations have found ground for cooperation in various fields, as we all witness. The State of Israel considers cooperation with India as immensely important, and my message is the commitment to intensify the bilateral cooperation for the well-being of people of both countries. Following my visit to India and our meeting at the vibrant Gujarat event in 2017, I would like to emphasize that we are ready to commonly enhance our bilateral cooperation in agriculture. We are ready to develop together with our partners from India, upon your guidance, major programs as family farming promotion, as well as development of large agricultural areas, all for the benefit of both of our people. I am confident that the promotion of such projects will illuminate as a lighthouse to the families of the nations. Honorable Prime Ministers, India and Israel, two democracies, two ancient nations, proud with their history and heritage, aspiring to take advantage of the opportunity for better common future. Let's do it together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Danziger, explain.
Dear Prime Minister Modi, dear Prime Minister Netanyahu, dear Minister of Agriculture Ariel, dear Zahava and Ernst, the founders of Danziger Flower Farm, and my parents. It is with great honor and admiration that we welcome you and your delegation here at Danziger on the occasion of this historic visit to Israel. We are incredibly excited to have you here. You represent a great nation, extraordinary both in matter and spirit. Your visionary transformation of India and your drive to reassert India's place as a global power while emphasizing its rich cultural heritage is an inspiration to all of us. We believe there is much in common between Brand India and the Danziger Flower Farm. We too focus on talent, tradition, technology, and trade. We strive to innovate while cultivating the values of family, fairness, and partnership. In the spirit of our motto, Imagine More, we will be more than grateful to take part in deepening cooperation between India and Israel and to add our rainbow of colors to this blooming partnership between the nations. With our deepest request, cheers, the Danziger family and staff, with open heart to you. And we would like to tell you that we decided to launch a new variety of chrysanthemum on your name, and I will ask my parents to show you the variety. Yeah? And we have a bunch of it for you, for the Prime Minister, קודם to Prime Minister Modi. That's a very fast variety, the fastest in the world. And you just good. And also a bunch of flowers to Prime Minister Netanyahu. And now I will ask my son Ori to explain you a little bit what we are doing here. Good afternoon. Your Excellency Prime Minister Modi, Your Excellency Prime Minister Netanyahu, Your Excellency Minister of Agriculture Ariel. This is a great honor and pleasure being here this afternoon with you and shortly present Danziger. My name is Ori Danziger and I'm Deputy CEO in Danziger and also Michal's son. So this may seem to you like a regular greenhouse that produces plants, but actually Danziger is one of the leading floriculture breeding companies in the world.
That's yours?
That's my sister's. That's our breeding.
That's the best crop.
Thank you. So we actually are the first link in a very long value chain of extensive and very exciting industry. Our breeders and research and development team are working very hard in order to introduce new varieties and new genetics of both cut flowers, as you can see over here, and bedding plants. We do this while we take in consideration different aspects from conditions of the climate conditions, different growing conditions of the growers, pests and disease that we need to deal with, and of course, global trends and market trends. We all know the floriculture industry from the consumer perspective. We all admire the beauty of a flower and the joy it can bring, but behind the scene there is a lot of high technology and extensive work being done. In the old days, we used to cross a flower, a father and a mother, and have as many seedlings as possible in order to find better varieties. But these days, as this process is very long and time-consuming, Danziger have implemented special techniques, and we are able these days to target certain areas in the genome that are related to what we want to improve, whether it's the flower color, the flower size, structure, or whether it's the yield, which is very important for the grower, or resistance. Okay. So by doing that, we've been able to introduce varieties that revolutionize the market.
אני נותן לך, אתה יכול לדבר כמה שאתה רוצה, אבל תגיד את זה תוך 60 שניות.
אין בעיה.
אנחנו כבר נמצאים. אז אני אקצר as much as you want, but you have 60 seconds to say.
Breeding doesn't start only in breeding. We invest more than 17% in our research and development, so we need to protect our intellectual property. And last but not least, we understand that in order to reach business success, we have to make sure that both sides benefit. So in Danziger mission, we call it creative collaboration. We are people working with people and for people, and we always do it together. Thank you.
Thank you. Let us move to the Minister of Agriculture presentation on the other side.
for the generations to come. In Volcanic Center, we develop technologies that improve the use of water in agriculture. We use several sensors, proximal sensors like you see here in the pine, and also remote sensing from the air or from satellite images in order to map the plant status. Now, as you to map the water status, okay? Each plant, how does it feel? Yeah, how much water it needs. So you can see here, this is the thermal image, and you can easily detect cold and hot spots in our body, and in similar ways, we can detect malfunctions in irrigation
system. You can see that I'm
yeah,
very hot.
Yeah, no, you are very cold there because you know the purple is
the purple
the
is
low.
cold?
Yeah.
I thought I was hot.
Yeah, I know, but because we are taking out water from our body, this is why. Okay. Yeah, this is how also the yeah, this is how the plant cool itself. Yeah, it's the same, similar. So we can detect major and moderate malfunctions in irrigation systems, and because malfunctions are responsible for major loss of water, we can use these technologies in order to minimize this loss. Now, you can see here in this map, this is a thermal image that was taken from an aerial, from a drone. And you can see that some of this, and these are different temperature of the canopy.
This is live demo? Live demo?
Yeah, it's a live demo. Yeah, it's a real crop that was live demo.
Is it now?
No, it's not. It's not. Sorry. It's not online. It was taken. Okay, and we took also a regular image, and some of these differences cannot be seen by bare eyes. So we can use the thermal image in order to see in advance how the plant.
First you take the photography, then you do the analysis.
Yes, but the analysis is very fast. It's an automatic detection. It uses algorithms to automatically detect and.
Will you change the irrigation as a response to this?
Okay, so yes, there are technologies that has variable rate irrigation, so we can change and differentiate based on these images. So we can really improve the use of water and not wasting so much water in areas that don't need it, and put the right amount on other areas. So we also use proximal sensing that are set on the plant, and some of the sensors. Okay, some of the sensors that are used to monitor processes in the plant are very expensive, but some of them we can do it, but we don't do it for all the plants. We do it for samples, okay? Because we cannot put. This is the difference between remote sensing, which you can see, everything, and proximal sensing. But the difference is this is temporal. You can see every second what is happening in the plant, but you cannot see the spatial. Okay, but in remote sensing you can see the spatial, but you cannot see. Yeah, and this is why we use both of these technologies in order to improve our decisions to how to irrigate. Now, some of these sensors require expensive equipment, but some of them, they are very cheap, and their measurements can be transmitted to the smartphone, so the farmer can use it online in order to decide. So, not all of these technologies are so expensive that cannot be afforded by the farmers. Some of them can be afforded by the farmers, and we believe that that cooperation between Indian and Israeli scientists, if they cooperate by, for example, a student exchange, they may enable the adjustment of these technologies. These technologies. Sorry? Yes. This is India.
I'm Nepal, and I'm representing one of the students from the Agriculture Research.
Yes, a lot of Indian students. We have have in Volcanic Center and other institutes in Israel. Okay, so I want to okay. Yeah, I finished. I just want to give the microphone to Dr. Shafi.
Okay, welcome. Just 1 minute. I'm a scientist studying crop water use, and this is my student Indira Kalgal from Nepal. So we've put a sample of some cheap and some expensive sensors in this pine tree, just to show you. Some are measuring the soil water. And one of them is commercial in the soil, the other one is built in our lab. In the stem, we have 3 sensors that are measuring the movement of water in the stem, and we have a very expensive system that is measuring the evaporation from the leaf. This is on a sample basis. Based on the same principles, we also have calculations from weather stations. And one of the Ministry of Agriculture's applications on a cell phone, I'll show you. This is the data for, this is a map of Israel. The numbers are the daily evaporation in millimeters of water evaporated per day at the weather stations. This is the kind of information. These are all the weather stations. These are calculated from weather stations for irrigation management. Of course, there are more stations. As you open, you see more stations. This is the kind of information we can give to farmers. This is for free on the street. We have cheap sensors that we can develop. All the sensors here are high quality. It doesn't matter on the
Okay. I want to explain to you, Prime Minister, that the Volcani Institute, which does a lot of this research, has, I think, it's the most advanced agricultural research institute in the world. I'd say none is more advanced. That's I would say to be sufficiently humble, but these people are doing remarkable things. And you can increase the productivity of crops and irrigation of soil, livestock, with the kind of groundbreaking research that they're doing. One thing you haven't resolved is you haven't resolved how to bring down the temperature in a greenhouse. It's too costly. Okay. Okay. Uli, Minister of Agriculture, one more.
I promise to be brief. The idea is to, in order to have a quality produce, you need to make a quality sorting. Quality sorting depends not only on the external appearance of fruits, as usually done by technicals. Here we're using a method called near-infrared spectroscopy that measure the internal quality such as water content, sugar content, starch, oil, whatever is very important for the post-harvest treatment later to get high quality produce, to get more income for the growers.
What if it's a rotten apple?
A rotten apple is another problem that also we are taking, but not in this machine, another machine. If I pass an apple, you see the spectrum of it. When we pass, you see we are measuring the spectrum, and according to the spectrum and the model we calibrated before, we can tell you what kind of quality internal attributes are in.
Good. Fantastic.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's not a present, it's for homework. Let it be water. Thank you very much.